So this video is a little different. I'm trying to see if you guys have experienced this as well. As somebody who has allegedly reverse boosted a little bit, when I start to get into lower tier lobbies, I've noticed a weird pattern. When you kill people in the lower tier lobbies, they tend to drop a certain word a lot more frequently than I ever hear it in the super aggro lobbies. And I was wondering if you guys have noticed this too. And I wonder why it is. Does being bad at video games equal you are a fucking racist? Or the other thing I think what it is when you start to reverse boost and you get into lower lobbies, you get a lot of unks. You get a lot of people that are definitely older than the average demographic of the game. So they're a little slower, they're not as good. And when they get got, they revert to the fucking tried and true word, the word. We all know what word I'm talking about. Real quick, sorry to interrupt, but if y'all could like and subscribe, that would actually be fucking huge. We're at 132 subscribers, which is pretty exciting to me. I know that's fucking tiny for most YouTube channels. I know I'm a tiny fucking channel, but it's exciting to me. I like watching that number grow. So if you could subscribe, like, maybe comment, follow along. I make videos about gaming commentary. Like right now, I am just giving my opinion on the most random fucking subject possible. If you want to hear me yap about anything, fucking drop it in the comments. I will talk about non-video game topics. I will talk about stuff I think needs to be fixed in the video games I play. I've enjoy talking about non-video game topics more. It could be politics, history, any questions you have, right? You can ask a 24-year-old kid with CTE life questions. Isn't that exciting? So I think that might be the main reasoning. I also maybe, just racism and being bad at the fucking video games goes hand in hand. Who knows? Maybe racists are just bad at video games. I kind of wanted to also talk about this because I've seen people complaining about Embark not doing anything to stop it. I will say, I think the voice chat should be unrestricted to a degree. Hear me out, okay? Fucking hear me out. When you enable push to talk in a video game, especially in a game like this, you should almost be agreeing that you're gonna hear nasty shit. Now, do I think you should be able to report, like, if I drop somebody and they drop slurs, right? Should I be able to report them? Probably, yeah. I do think if you're like, fighting somebody and they're saying some crazy shit, you should be able to report them for saying that shit, and then they should get some sort of consequence, right? But if it's being said and nobody reports it, I don't think there should be a consequence. I don't think it should be like COD where AI just picks up on shit. I think that kind of ruins the game because then there's a weird line that doesn't get drawn where companies start fucking banning you for swearing, for anything that seems kind of aggressive, and then it picks up on the wrong shit. I've seen clips where people are just swearing at each other in Call of Duty and then they get fucking banned for bullying and shit like that. I think you should be able to talk shit all you want in voice chat, and in Arc Raiders it makes sense if there's going to be a lot of fucking shit talk because playing a game with more on the line than Call of Duty has, because you're bringing your loot. It's essentially gambling with a skill set in it, right? So I get the shit talking and stuff like that, but I do find it funny that as I allegedly reverse boost a little bit, the lower the skill level, the more slurs I do hear. I will drop kids and they will just start dropping fucking the word over and over and over again. It's like, holy shit, dude. Like, what even is the objective with that? I don't get that, right? But it doesn't offend me, right? Because the word hasn't been used in a malicious way towards me because I'm fucking white, right? So I don't report it. So I think, honestly, if I don't report it, that guy shouldn't get banned for saying it. I don't think AI should just pick up on it, right? But if I was like, fuck this guy, he's dropping some crazy words, right? If I reported him, I think he should get banned for that. And you could be like, well, that's kind of weird because you think they should be able to ban only if somebody reports it. And it's like, yeah, because I think the problem is when you have AI deciding what to ban for, it's just picking up on keywords, stuff like that. I do think that's where you run into like a situation with COD where people can't talk shit at all, and that was kind of the fun of the game. I really enjoyed search and destroy because we trolled the shit out of people in between rounds. That was like the excitement of the game. Half me and my friends would get on and fucking play search and destroy, and they didn't even care about COD, right? And they weren't good at COD. But we just enjoyed the fucking shit talk in between rounds and we found it hilarious. Were we dropping the N word? No. Were we saying some crazy slurs? No. Were we saying crazy shit? Yes. We were saying wild shit to people, right? But there was no AI to pick up on it. And so it would only really so there'd only really be a consequence if it was reported. And I think that's perfect because I do think if you're calling somebody a slur over and over again in a malicious way, you should be able to report it. But if the person's swearing at you and is kind of bullying you and you enjoy that and you find it fun, which I do, you shouldn't just automatically get banned for it because I do think it kills the vibe of a lot of PvP games when you can't trash talk, when you can't have that type of fun. Now, please, in no way listen to this and be like, "Damn, this dude thinks slurs are fun," right? That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying when you implement AI and implement this like strict system, I think it kind of takes away from everything. Like it should just be like, if you say that word, right, or you say certain words, you might get reported for it. You might get reported for it. You might get a com ban or whatever Arc Raiders does for it. But also, if you're in the right lobby, you could do some shit talking. Well, I hope that silly little rant made sense, and I hope you guys have experienced the same thing I've experienced, so it actually does make sense, because if you haven't, then this just is a wild, random conversation to be having. If you've stuck around this long somehow, I think one, you'll notice I'm kind of ratting this corner. I promise I usually don't play ratty, but there was like 4 dudes all camping me around this fucking lobby area, and there was nothing I could do. So I kind of had to just wait for them to push me. And on top of that, like and subscribe. Like I said earlier, I will be making a video soon about like a casual's guide to being good at Arc Raiders, and I have the Arc Ascended series coming out each week, and you can keep updated on our base and our progress. I think that's pretty fun, pretty cool. And then there are daily highlights, clips, play-by-play breakdowns, all that fun stuff. So